see the National Guard helping the people of Far Rockaway in terms of food and things like that, clean up?
No. I will say they did came in. They did come in. This was around Friday or Thursday, so we're talking about 4 full days after things happened, after the pandemonium is starting to kick in for people. They came in and they started donating sheets, things of that nature, but it was like a little bit later on. Sheets and water. At this time, people want more than sheet and water. They want answers that they cannot get. They want to speak to somebody in a position to make something happen, not just people there to watch and oversee that everything goes down safely. Because, I mean, it's a great commodity to offer people that need it, but at that time we needed more than that, and especially when the tempers is rising and emotions are high. Bloomberg is in another portion instead of visiting them. That was like a slap in the face to a lot of these people.
Can you give me a little bit of an idea of some of the people that you saw? I know you said you saw a grown man crying and he was telling you about his house and how hard that was
That's just the tip.
to listen to.
Right.
What about the women? Were there elderly people? Are there kids?
Well, kids in droves, women taking care of their families the best they could. I've seen kids crying outside, starving. People are literally begging neighbors to help. There's no government assistance at this point. People are relying on the kindness of strangers. Breaking down, I stumbled over people while walking, searching for food.
Stumbled over them?
Over them, in the street.
Oh, because the streets are sand now, is that right? This is what I was
No,
told.
not in this era.
This is further in.
Right. But people are literally outside trying to figure the next move, but they're sleeping on the street. Your house is cold, the street is cold.
So it doesn't matter?
No, it didn't for them.
But it's dark. There's no street lights on all of Far Rockaway.
At all.
And no phone lines. So
At all.
When you're outside, I was told that a lot of people don't go out after dark.
They rather be in the company of somebody else that's going through the situation with them than to be locked up in their house alone with no heat and no power.
Did you have a flashlight when you stumbled over these people that...
Yes, but I wasn't looking for floor level. I was waving it for, I'm tall, so I'm waving it for eye level.
What happened?
And I'm walking with my friend, and I'm stumbling, tripping over people and I'm trying to give assistance. They're on the floor, and I'm asking them, why are you sleeping out there? And then the stories start to pour out, and you can't help but feel bad for them when they say that they have nothing else to live for. All my things are gone. I had to leave the 90s to come down here because I have nothing left.
What's in the 90s?
The 90s, houses that are close to the water. I think the bridge is right around there. There's a bridge that comes out of Far Rockaway, which we couldn't get off of because it was a state of an emergency, so we couldn't leave that way. A lot of people's homes were washed out. So instead of sticking around and just crying, they rather be around people where they could get comfort.
So they came down all the way to the 20s?
Yeah, and they also heard that there was assistance down there when there was none.
Just the National Guard
Right.
giving out water and sheets.
Yes, and the police standing in dark crevices, waiting for crimes to go down. Because as you walk, you can see a lot of police watching.
Dude, so they're watching people on the street, sleeping and crying, and
Yes.
they don't have any...
I can't speak for all of them, but the ones I've seen, yes. Cop cars right in front of places where people are huddled together trying to figure the next move, and there's nothing they can do, nothing they can say. Oh, wow. I mean, it's hard to fathom. I mean, it's pitch black darkness, and there's millions of people. You hear sounds, but you don't see anything. You hear wailing, you hear people saying things of, like, we're going up this way. We're going to try to search for gas. We're going up this way. We're trying to search. But then you see this whole center by my avenue of people that are not leaving no matter what hour of the night it is because they know and it's set in that there is no help coming for us. So they're not even looking for ways out because they already know. No stores are serving food. Chinese restaurants sold out of food the first day. They were selling whatever they had in the freezer. There's nothing coming in. So whatever they have, they're selling out. I'm seeing this every day, day in, day out. Same situation. So I don't know what I could really say to kind of convey it. Because once you're there and you look around, it hits you.
Well, in the hood, I'm familiar with a couple things. Churches, liquor stores, places to get fast food.
Right.
So the fast food place closed. Were there any churches open?
All of them. Churches, no.
Okay. Were there any liquor stores open?
Oh, yes. Yes.
The liquor stores were open?
I would say about 1 or 2 liquor stores. They were open. And they were making their money trying to, and people were trying to, I would say, get through this the best way they can. And sometimes the bottle is that way. And it's sobering when you see that. It's even in despair, people just want to numb up.
What were people doing with their children?
Whatever they could, carrying them, traveling with like tribes of people. You just stand outside and see tribes of people walking around with their families. It looks like they're just packing up like a caravan in the Middle East of people just migrating from place to place. Wherever they might find a warm spot, that's where they're heading to. They don't know what is going to happen when they get there, but they're just moving.
You said you saw someone who looked like they were sick?
Yes. As I was walking through the street, I seen a woman jump out the building, vomiting all over the place, and me and my friend is asking what's wrong. And it's like, even in my head as I'm asking this, I'm like, what can I really do for you? Because the hospital on the island peninsula is closed.
The hospital was closed?
There's only one hospital on that island right now that I know of, and that's St. John's. Earlier, maybe last year or the year before, they closed Peninsula. So there was only one hospital, and they were shuffling people out to other places also. So it's like, to see this person vomiting, asking them, thankfully they were okay, but to see that in the dark is ridiculous. And it's all over the place. There's literally hundreds of people walking around all over the place. You can't do anything.
And the only thing they have is liquor.
Yeah, literally liquor, and they're getting overcharged for things. So even the basic necessities, if a store's open, they're trying to make a nickel on you. Yes, no ATMs are working, no electricity. Most, I won't say most, but people that get money off EBT from the government.
Tell them what EBT is.
Electronic bank transfer card. That's the card that the government puts your money for food stamps. That's the equivalent in electronic terms. If you cannot go to the bank to actually take the money out, how do you expect these people to use the card to get the food that they need? You can't leave the island because MTA, the A train, has stopped. There's no A train in. There's no bus after sundown, and that happened.
No FEMA.
There's no FEMA.
We're being told that the Red Cross was in Far Rockaway. We were told that multiple times.
Red Cross came to Far Rockaway around Friday or Saturday. So there was the Red Cross, but yes, they didn't venture down to our side till later on.